If you're a people pleaser who has a hard time speaking up for yourself, I'm going to give you a tool to use to help you express yourself easier and for you to get out what you need to say. And hey, my name's Tara and I'm on a mission to create a self-aware army. It's lonely in these self-aware streets. If you are feeling really strong emotions, but you are afraid to bring them up or you're afraid to express them because you fear confrontation, go journal. Go journal out all those thoughts that are spinning in your head, all the emotion, all the anger. Usually what we fear when we are afraid of confrontation is losing control over our emotions or, upsetting someone else. And so when you journal, it kicks on a different part of your brain. So mainly I'm talking about the amygdala, which is where our emotions live. That's where it releases hormones into our body to give us a feeling. And so when you have fear or you're in a fight or flight state or freeze state, your amygdala is pumping a bunch of hormones into your body. We want to kick on the prefrontal cortex, the front part of your brain where logic and rational thought lives. They can't really operate at the same time. And so when you journal, you have to process language and words and get it out into writing. And so it's a really beautiful exercise to get you out of the emotion and into logic to try and figure out what it is that you really want to say. I know I used to always rehearse what I wanted to say before I wanted to say it, and then it would come all jumbled out and I'm all emotional and a hot mess. And so I just kind of conditioned myself not to speak up because it felt embarrassing or just like I never fully said what I wanted to say. Or after the fact, when I'd had a conversation that I was brave enough to have, I'd always think, oh, I should have said that, or oh, if only I'd put it this way, or like, why can't I come up with like all of these great points in the emotion of it or in the heat of the conversation? Well, because the emotions were driving the bus, not logic and rational thought. Couldn't present my argument in a rational way when the emotion and the fear of how the outcome of the conversation was going to go. So being able to journal your thoughts, being able to write out what it is that you want to say or just express everything unfiltered onto a piece of paper can really help you calm the emotion part down so that logic can come out. Either you recognize, this is a me issue or this is something I need to work on. It really doesn't have anything to do with them. Or, I thought it was this thing, but really it's this underlying trust issue I have or something that's a little bit deeper that you're kind of just getting emotional about the symptom, not the actual cause. Or it gives you some talking points and now you have clarity on like, here's the 3 things that I really need to cover in this conversation. And you've got it documented in your hand that can help support you during a confrontation or a hard conversation. Also, if you are ever grieving, whether it's the loss of a relationship, whether it's a loss of a loved one, being able to write a letter to that person, whether you ever give it to them or not, is also a really beautiful way for you to express your thoughts and your feelings in a safe environment. Journaling allows you to express yourself in a safe way, which is why it's so effective. Because oftentimes if you are holding back what you want to say or what you think you should say or what you need to say, it's because you don't feel safe enough to say it. And journaling is a great way for you to still express yourself in a safe environment.